The first round of the 2023 AFL Draft is on Monday. It's time to predict where the best prospects go and what player or players your club will take. This mock draft is made without live trades and with 5 academy or father-son bids. With this in mind and the extra picks awarded through free agency and the AFL, the first round this year is extended to around 27 picks instead of the regular 18. Harley Reid is the number 1 pick. Over the past 2 seasons, he has shown off the power he plays with and the skill he has. The Eagles could go with Daniel Curtin, but Reid has attributes akin to the Dusties, Fifes and Dangerfields of the AFL. The first bid is for key forward Jed Walter. He's the best key forward prospect and is already physically developed. The Suns will snatch him up to pair with Ben King. Zane Dersma kicked over 70 goals and his forward craft is there for all to see. He has the class and goal sense which is perfect for what North need in their forward makeup. North Melbourne have a load of mids already, so Daniel Curtin, a key defender, could make sense here, but Colby McKercher may be too hard to pass up on. He is blistering quick and can cause damage with his legs. A 180cm midfielder that is very potent. Hawthorn should be okay with the mids they currently have, but the forward line needs work. Nick Watson is a dynamic small forward and he seems a great fit for the Hawks who need more creativity up forward. And again, Daniel Curtin will come under some consideration. The Dogs have an ageing midfield, so a fresh face is needed. If McKercher or Watson fell to this pick, they would definitely think about them, but Riley Sanders should be available and he will fit in perfectly. Does everything as an on-baller with a touch of burst and polish. Ethan Reid is the best ruck available and will be bidded on around this pick, so again the Suns will snap him up. Overall, he's a great athlete. The big slider is Daniel Curtin. He could go anywhere from pick 1 to here, but the other teams above might have bigger needs than the key defender. He has potential to play in the middle, and although he might not fit Melbourne right now, he has too much potential and versatility to pass on. From here on out, it's difficult to pick, and even experts are struggling with how even the players are. So here we go. The Giants all-round are well stocked, so Caleb Windsor adds a wing option. It allows Finn Callaghan to play more on ball, and Windsor's speed fits the GWS style of play. Geelong have a lot of options at this pick, but key defence is a hole. They could easily take a mid in this spot, but O'Sullivan is a great key defender prospect. He can fit nicely next to Sam De Koning for many years. Essendon needs some bigger bodies, which Nate Caddy exactly is. He mainly played forward, but his 193cm frame doesn't make him immobile, and he can play on the ball, which he did at times. In the future, he could be Essendon's big mid they have been missing. Smooth mover Darcy Wilson would fit nicely at the Crows. He can cover the ground well and might play as a winger early on. Jake Rogers is a small midfielder that will likely get bidded on in the teens. The Suns will play him forward early, but he has speed and agility to get out in space. James Leake is one of the most versatile players in the first round. At 187cm, he is adapted as a defender or forward. He has shot up draft boards this season. Jordan Croft is still very raw as a forward, but has unreal athleticism for a player his size. The Bulldogs will again take another key position player early, and he might even have the attributes to be a defender at AFL level. Sydney don't have any specific needs, so hybrid forward mid Colton Tholstrup is pick 16. He has energy and flair. He mainly played half forward, but at 188cm, he is destined for the midfield. The Saints need a quick mid with a turn of speed, which is exactly Harry Di Mattia. He's different to their other on-ballers, timing 2.92 in the sprint test. He plays with force and may be the game breaker the Saints need. Will McCabe will join the Hawks under the father-son rule. At 197cm, he is an intercept defender, but still has versatility. Adelaide will look at a key position player, mainly for their defence, but another mid wouldn't hurt. Riley Hardiman should be available, but Charlie Edwards lands at Adelaide. He had a great finish to the year playing on ball, but can also play half back, and he could replace Tom Doedee or an older Brodie Smith early in his career. Will Green is a developing big man that will look to be the future partner to Tristan Xerri. He has room to improve after choosing football over cricket this year, and his engine runs similar to midfielders, timing well in the 2-kilometre test. Riley Hardiman spent most of the year as a rebounding defender, but the midfield will look to be his future. GWS could freely pick him, and his overall skill would make him fit in nicely. A wild card is Lance Collard. The 180cm forward may drop beyond this pick, but North may as well take a shot. They need more spark forward, and Collard's sprinting and distant measurements were strong. He can find goals and will fly all over the field. 200cm Ollie Murphy is a key defender. Some have him going into the second round, but with Mackay leaving, he could be next in line to replace him. If North grab Curtin, expect this pick to be another smaller forward or running defender. The Premiers will look at a variety of positions. A young mid would be nice, but a key forward who can develop behind the scenes is another option. Archer Reed had a quiet finish to the year, but the key forward is reliable in front of goal and has good mobility. The Crows have been linked with Ruck Taylor Goad, but it's Mitch Edwards who sits in front of him. Ruck depth is needed, and at 206cm but just 88kg, it gives time for Edwards to develop behind Riley O'Brien. He is athletic but still very raw. We know St Kilda want more speed and playmaking, and that's what Archie Roberts will bring. He can attack off half-back, and he's been very reliable and consistent in his draft year. At the last spot, Carlton really has a wide array of options at pick 27. They will most likely take the player that is top of their draft board. Ashton Moyer is the one. This year wasn't his due to injury and form lapses, but at 187cm and 85kg, he already has a developed body. He has the traits of a creative forward, and with continuity, maybe a future spark. It's near impossible to predict exact trades, but through news sources and discussions, here are some to look out for on the night that could shape the draft. Obviously West Coast and pick 1. They seem firm on staying, but could move back to say Melbourne's pick if they knew no one else would take Daniel Curtin. They will get the WA man and no doubt gain pick 11, a future first, and a range of second round picks and onward. It would set Melbourne up with another player in the Petrarca mould and help their forward half as well. North are currently refusing to trade picks 2 and 3 to move up to the number 1 spot. Another possibility is Adelaide trading up, with the Giants or Geelong to snare key defender Connor O'Sullivan or a midfielder. It would cost Adelaide their 3rd first round pick, currently 20, and on the night the Giants or Cats might even ask for pick 14 to test out how bad the Crows want to move up the draft order. And the last real rumour is with Essendon. They will look into moving back in the draft. This could be with the Crows if the player they want passes through the Giants and Geelong, leaving the trade with the Bombers an option. Essendon are heavily linked with Riley Hardiman, who is around the 15th ranked prospect. To move back, the Bombers would want another first round pick, so it really only leaves St Kilda and North Melbourne to join the Crows as possible trade partners. It will be a fascinating night from pick 1 right through to the end of the first round. There isn't much clear mail on who clubs will take, so it does create anticipation and excitement for the event.